Hello, my amazing Leos. Welcome into your general weekly reading. I decided for this set of weeklies to pre-pull an overall oracle, 3 overall tarot energies as well. And so we're beginning with the focus card. This is a week where you're feeling very on point, very focused. Even when it doesn't feel important, say you're focusing on TikTok or YouTube videos, or maybe something like a TV show or movie, or even an ad that you randomly look at. Everything's purposeful, okay? Everything has its purpose and its importance all the meanwhile. And when you focus on your self-care, that's of true significance. We need you to be glowing at this time and more so moving forward, even when you have a lot on your plate, or even more so. But we as well have the Chariot card in the Hierophant at the bottom of the deck. I just heard you're a star in the making, but it's a week where you're feeling very motivated, very action-oriented for the most part. And even when you have your downtime, I feel like you're thinking about what to do next, what still has, is still left to be accomplished as a struggle there. But the little struggles are not getting the best of you for the most part throughout the week. But throughout all of this motivation, action, and accomplishing, you're finding that change is being highlighted within and outside of you. And maybe even the change of a select person or two within your world, even if they're at a distance. If that's the case, you're still energetically connected to them. But we're moving on to the 3 tarot cards, the 2 of Pentacles being the first one. It's a week where you can't help but feel like you're going through a balancing act, and you can handle everything that you're balancing out. There will be as well points throughout the week where we're pushing you to selectively focus upon 2 key choices for one new beginning. For the near future, say you need a new job or a new housing situation, or maybe in regards to someone to date. We're going to point out 2 really good quality options, and you may already be aware as to who or what that is, but we need you to look at them quite clearly in separate manners, in separate ways, and ask yourself intuitively, even if you have to take a step back for a hot second or come back and refocus towards it, towards those options. Which one feels right? Which one actually is going to be correct for you? Even if you don't go with either one, this is going to be helpful for the future in certain other choices of importance. They're saying that you have a lot of knowledge in your noggin that you're not giving yourself credit for and that you're not utilizing in the moment. As well, when it comes to that set of choices and other ones throughout the week, no pros and cons lists, please. Okay, we need you to be trusting your intuition more so, and selectively the guidance coming through from spirit. And I say selectively because not every spirit has your back, just like other people in your waking reality, your physical reality. But we're moving on to the Knight of Wands. In the midst of a week of, again, accomplishing and feeling very focused and on point, you're marching to the beat of your own Leo drum and feeling the passion quite alive within your world. You might even find it's easy and productive to reignite the passion within someone else. Say it's at work, maybe through your business, it could be at home, or maybe in a storefront that you're just visiting for whatever reason or reasons. I feel like your helpful nature is part of this week, and that's part of why you feel passionate. It motivates you once you help somebody, and that speaks wonders about how not only you're changing, but the type of soul you truly are deep within. And people are noticing this. Now, the Ten of Swords is taking upon a couple different meanings. On one end, if we look at this imagery, you might feel a bit to yourself alone on purpose, and at other points, just being part of your path that you walk at this point, right? Say you're a business owner and you produce and develop alone. Say you are affected by things, say you have anxiety or you are affected by energy otherwise and spirituality, and right, a little bit timid maybe for some. I know we wouldn't expect a Leo to be, but there are different types out there. And this is pushing you to be alone a lot. Even if it hasn't been the case rewinding back. But I feel like you're being reminded you're not alone. I say this often on this channel. You have your spirit guides, right? There are people in your world, whether you remember them or not, or in the moment, that do care about you. But there is selective, purposeful distance between you and certain people in your world, or maybe highlighting one specific connection where there's distance to an extent, if not fully, because there are things you both need to go through separately in order to come back and reconnect very strategically, very powerfully, okay? More healed versions of yourself is what I'm getting. But as well, taking on another meaning, the Ten of Swords speaks upon endings, all right, completion. What do you need to in the near future complete? Maybe a habit, maybe a connection, it may be a job, or maybe a financial burden that's maybe been costing you too much. And that could intertwine with, say, a habit or something of the sort. But for some of which, say, it's a car that you need to, put to rest, right? Close off those payments and whatnot of different kinds and move on forth towards maybe utilizing public transportation or carpooling or something of the sort. It might be, say, that apartment or condo or something that you've been investing a lot of money in. Or maybe you're getting ready to or continuing to sell your home, your housing situation otherwise. But endings are going to take a focus from the past and for the near future. So we need you to recognize that you have been making the right choices and will more so moving forward because you're very intuitive, as I just twitched a bit. But they're reminding you that if you do find a quick movement in your arm or your leg or your whole body physically, maybe even your head, that's a negative spirit. Move on forward, okay? And you can manifest less of that or the complete removal if you so choose. Some of which, like myself, might already be doing so as we speak. The Eight of Cups. What did you walk away from, okay? That was very toxic, very, I want to just say bad in energy. And that's taking a focus throughout the week. But I also feel like, say it's at a work situation, for example. Doesn't have to be, but I'm getting that as an example at the top of the list for a lot drawn to the reading. Say there's a conversation taking place, whether you're choosing to partake in it or not. You might just physically be, standing there, observing, listening in, and gossip comes to be or continues. Walk away. That's not the type of energy you need to be wrapped up with or taking on or associated with at this time. We need to protect the Leo energy now and more so moving forward. There's a lot of importance that's intertwined into your world, in the future especially. And so things like this are very much preparatory for you to be selectively associating yourself and disassociating with people, places, and situations. You know what I'm saying? For the better of your energy and your world as a whole. The path you walk, Leo, is very strategic, and it doesn't feel like it 24/7 because of certain bumps in the road or certain imperfections, slip-ups, messing with even, but it is very purposeful, and things are going to get easier in the future when you maybe least expect it. Some of which might expect it, but you get the point. The Three of Cups. I know the messages just flow from me throughout these readings. But the Three of Cups talks about you being a very, inspirational soul, somebody who easily connects with other people and finds the silver lining in, at times, a situation or certain aspects of your world that feel very, not ideal. Let's just put it that way. I can't get the right wording and I'm not going to stumble to find it. I feel like you are going to feel Spirit highlighting the many reasons you have to individually celebrate when you overcome very smoothly and strategically, successfully, when you accomplish in such an amazing, epic manner, when you help somebody very, very importantly, very strategically. Your connection to the moon is part of your week as well. And I wouldn't be surprised if, for whatever reason, in certain ways, even unexpectedly, you feel quite complete. But again, the circle does speak upon completion, going back to what we talked about with the Ten of Swords. When you feel indecisive, it feels very, very fleeting. It was affected by something outside of you. And maybe even a habit that you have connected to the past that doesn't really apply to you anymore, but kind of pops up very rarely. And so it's just going to be a moment where then you surpass that and you feel very decisive. And it's like, okay, my intuition's quite strong and I feel a spirit helping me in the moment. Your voice is very key. It's very important as well. And so this week, like Taurus's reading, will involve a lot of communicating selectively. Don't overshare though, okay? Who you choose to overshare with may end up, being leaked to other people who shouldn't know, or would use it against you per se. Does that make sense? Or it just might not help the future of that connection. But it's a week of true passion. It's a week of accomplishing. And it's a week of you focusing on things of true importance once again as you get things done like a boss. But look at this. It's okay to be secretive. It's okay to remember in the moment who you should not be trusting. And it feels like somebody who has loose lips once again, okay? You're going to feel like this is a week where things are churning in your Leo favor. Beautiful reading. So I hope it was truly helpful. Sending you so much love and light. Go enjoy your week.